This is the new spray booth. Hi, I'm Gordo, 3D. This is my old spray booth. This was a fun project when I did it, but it's time for an upgrade. Like an inline fan with better suction and more CFM, and a couple little upgrades that will make this booth more efficient. So stay tuned and I'll show you how I did that. But first, we got to take this apart. Okay, let's review our to-do list. So we have a booth and we have a window. And we want to get the nasty fumes from the booth to the window. So we got to create an extractor, and then we connect the inline fan. And in order to connect the inline fan to the extractor to the window, we use a duct. And then for the fumes to be extracted out of the window, we got to create an adapter. And here's a list of all the materials you'll need if you want to build something like this. As always, I'll put a link in the description for each item. An inline fan, a 4-inch flex duct, 27-gallon storage bin, and the other two 3D printed parts. The extractor, and window adapter. And some other miscellaneous materials like foam core board, desk lamp, zip ties, aluminum duct tape, and a turntable. Okay, so here we are in Fusion 360, and we're going to model the extractor for the spray booth. Remember, I'm not an expert in Fusion 360, but I recommend some good tutorials, and I'll put them in the description below so you can try to learn for yourself. Okay, let's mark out a hole for our extractor, and now it's time to cut it. Now I use a saw saw. I work in construction, but I tend to be very clumsy, so I had to take as much precaution as possible. Yeah, my cutting technique is not the best, but I got the job done. Now, the hole's not perfect, and I did have to wiggle it in and use a lot of force, but at the end of the day, I got it in. And now we're going to use a little bit of duct tape, the aluminum kind, to seal the hole, and hopefully this actually helps the extractor stay put. So I got the idea of buying a fan like this when I fitted my resin grow tent with a similar fan, albeit a lot more expensive and more powerful. So I started looking into a more affordable option for my spray booth. And in my search, I stumbled onto this. This fan retails about $15 on Amazon. It's not the best. It's made out of plastic, but for our purposes, I think it's a tremendous deal. The only problem for me is that the outlets are 4-inch, and the duct, the flexible duct that I had, is 3 inches. And I did want to reuse this because I did pay about $25, and I don't want it to go to waste. So I ended up having to go back to Fusion 360 and design an adapter for it. All right, so let's install the adapters on the fan. And what we're going to use for this is our handy aluminum duct tape. I do like this aluminum duct tape. It looks kind of cool. I did go overboard at the end, but if it stays intact, I don't really care. Okay, so here we are drilling some holes so I could thread some zip ties to attach the fan. The fan has this base, which has some holes already. I could put some screws in there, but I didn't think it was necessary. I just opted for some zip ties. Now it's time to attach the duct to the extractor. And I'm going to use some duct tape to secure it, and then I'm going to do the same to the fan. Let's flip this thing around and attach the rest of the duct and then we connect the window adapter to the other end of the duct. We secure it with some zip ties, and then for some good measure, we're going to put some duct tape at the end. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. Please leave it a like. It'll help with the algorithm. And take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Peace.